What if you could build powerful automations without writing a single line of code?
In this series, I'll teach you how to use powerful no-code tools to automate real-world tasks step by step from scratch. You'll build real workflows, tools you can actually use, or even sell, and grow into a freelance business. Others are already doing it. Start today, before you get left behind.
Hi, in this beginner level AI automation n8n tutorial, we are going to learn how to create and delete a Google Sheet directly from the n8n workflow window. So for that, I have simply logged into my n8n account, and we are going to start fresh by clicking here to create a new workflow. So for that, select this workflow and then click on personal. So if you are new to n8n and you want to understand all the details of each block or node in this workflow window, I have already covered that in my previous video. You will find the link to that video in the description below, so make sure to check it out. Alright, now let's start building our n8n workflow. The first thing we need is a trigger, basically something that starts our automation. So we will click right here and we will search for manual trigger. Here it is. So what it basically does is, when I'm going to click here, execute workflow, this will trigger this workflow to get started. So that's what this trigger basically means. It's one of the simplest form of the trigger, which is generally used when we are going for the test workflow. Just right now, this is a test workflow, and this is right in front of us. It is not getting triggered by any previous thing. So that's why it's most preferable when you are doing some test tutorials, you prefer this execute workflow, or we call it as manual trigger to start with our workflow. So in this simple n8n workflow, we have to create a Google Sheet. So for that, we require a Google Sheet node. So for that, we have to click right here and then type Google Sheet. So this is a Google Sheet node. All you need to do is click on that, and then you have to select the actions that you need to perform. So for here, we need to create a sheet. So just click over here. That's it. And then another thing is like we have to create our account. So for that, we need to click on create new credentials. And all you need to do is just simply sign into your Google account. Select the account and then select on continue. So here it's already saying that connection is successful, and the signal over here is green. So green, that means like the connection is properly connected. Now what we have to do here is showing like the operation that we have already selected for our node. So here we have to create a sheet and a sheet within a document. Now for that, we need to select the document. So if I have to tell you that I have already made a document and it's having only one sheet 1, right? So coming back over here, we have to select this document only. And then we have to select the title. We need to write a title, whatever you prefer. You can write a title for your sheet that you want to create. So for this, I am going to say, so in this simple n8n workflow, we have to create a Google Sheet. So for that, we require a Google Sheet node. So for that, we have to click right here and then type Google Sheet, right? Then from here, you can also click on execute step. But better thing is like there is another option. You can click on execute workflow. So for that, this whole workflow will be executed. So if I am going back to my document, you could see that there is no sheet right here. And now when I'm going to click over here, let's wait for a minute. Here, if you could see that the workflow have been executed properly. Now let's go back and see. Yeah, if you could see that this sheet is already being created. It's automatically created. That's why it's called as AI automation, right? So I hope it was easy for you to understand. And this was a very basic workflow. Now, another thing is like what we can do is we can also delete this workflow. So for that, like this sheet we can delete. For that, you need to, instead of create, all you need to do is just select delete, right? And then we need to select which sheet from the document you want to delete. Supposedly, if I want to delete the sheet 1, or you can select any of the sheet, I'm going to delete on sheet 1. And here I'm going to click on execute step. So if you could see like the workflow, that another workflow is completed, and hopefully that operation, that means like the delete sheet operation, should have been completed. Let's go back and check. Yes, that sheet is already been deleted. So hopefully this was easy for you to understand. So in future, I'll be uploading, this series will be having a lot of basic level towards the higher level tutorial, which I am going to cover. So please stay connected for that. You can subscribe my channel, like this video if you feel like this was helpful for you. And if you have any of the doubt, please write down in the comment section. I will try to respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much.